welcome back to my channel. My name is Idera, and if this is your first time on my channel, you're welcome and I hope you enjoy yourself on here. So let's get right into the video. I'm super excited to have you on here, and for today's video we're going to be talking about things that we live in 2024. I know a lot of people are having vision boards, parties, and just planning their 2025. And honestly speaking, I've been one of those people, and it has been a game changer for me. I feel like now I'm taking planning more seriously, especially in my life and in my work and in my family. Also, this is a good exercise to do for the new year because it sets the pace for the new year and you know exactly what you're doing. Nothing is going to put you off, especially when you're prepared. Even though you get thrown off your tangents for a little bit, you know how to redirect yourself back to base. Without wasting too much time, let's get right into the video. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is seeking external validation. I know this is a big deal for a lot of people, and for a while I struggled with this because I wasn't seeking external validation from friends or anything. It was more so from family members, and I found that this sort of slowed me down in my life. Essentially, I wasn't able to do a lot of things that I wanted to do just because a family member said, "Oh no, do you think you really want to do that?" Or, "Oh no, are you sure you're ready for that?" And obviously that's created self-doubt in my mind, so I couldn't further the things that I really wanted to do. If I did not seek external validation, I would have been in another part of my life right now. The thing we're going to be talking about is not living in the moment. This can be a very, very hard task because I feel like a lot of people find that just going about life and just stressing over things that you can't control, stressing over things that are within your reach, stressing over things that regardless of whatever you do, it's not going to work out, or it's going to work out. So why stress and not live in the moment? Why not just enjoy the things that you have now and plan for the things that you don't have, or plan for the things that you want to change? That way you're able to live in calmness, and you don't have anxiety, you're not anxious for anything, and you're not trying to control things. I know this can be very hard, but if you try to live in the moment, you would feel a lot better and a lot calmer in your life. And things, when things are very chaotic, you don't necessarily make headway. So it's better for you to practice things that will make you live in the moment and make you realize that, let me just leave this till later. That's wardrobe is going to arrange itself later. I don't have to do it now. Living in the moment, enjoying my breakfast, eating slowly, taking morning walks, doing your skincare routine, having a morning, little things make you calmer and zen. And I feel like this is what we can live in 2024. The third thing I'm going to be talking about for us to live in 2024 is not setting boundaries and sticking to them. A lot of people in our lives, tend to push our boundaries or not even adhere to them at all. And this can be very challenging, especially when you're a very calm person. You don't like confrontation, you don't really necessarily like talking about things. It can be very difficult. I know this because I'm coming from that place, right? So if you as a person, that if you don't set boundaries, a lot of people are going to trample on you. It's better now to start setting your, no matter how little it is. It can be as little as, "Oh, don't come into my room unless you knock." "Oh, don't call my phone past 10. "Oh no, don't little things make the difference. So if we can live not setting boundaries or even sticking to the boundaries that we set in 2024. Next thing I want to talk about is basically not being vulnerable. I know this can be very challenging, and I know the times now it is very, very risky to be vulnerable with people, especially when you don't know what their intentions are. I know this can be very challenging for a lot of us. I struggle with it as well. So if we bring out our authentic self, and obviously, like, you have to have emotional intelligence, you have to have discernment to be able to choose who you'll be vulnerable with, because at the end of the day, not everyone deserves to experience your full self, right? So if you can now choose and say, okay, I have discerned that this person's vibe or this person's spirit is very calm, very nice, very genuine, then you can be vulnerable with someone like that, especially in friendships, especially in love, especially in the workplace. We need to learn to be vulnerable, because this sort of like builds trust in the relationship. The next thing I want to talk about is, this one is personal to me, very personal, is overeating and not being health conscious. It is very important that as a person, that the things you're putting in your body have to nourish your body. That the things that you're eating have to be healthy. That things that you're eating cannot be damaging your health. For instance, if you know that you love eating instant noodles, you need to cut back on your instant noodles, because obviously we know that instant noodles are not good for us. If you know that when you eat dairy your skin breaks out, you should reduce the amount of dairy you eat, because then that the things you're doing sort of like are affecting your health. So in terms of like eating healthy, in terms of not eating healthy, we need to leave that in 2024. We also need to understand that we cannot not believe in ourselves in 2025. So all that second guessing, all that self-doubt, all that imposter syndrome, all that, oh, I don't really know if I can do this, we need to leave that in 2024, because that is not the vibe we're going for in 2025. Because at the end of the day, right, if you don't bet on yourself, how would another person bet on you? I feel like that's the way you have to see life. Like, if you can't count on yourself to do something, how would the other person? Second to the last thing I'm going to be talking about is being overly critical of yourself. I'm laughing because this is exactly what I do. Like, I put down myself so much, or I used to put down myself so much, I beg your pardon, because I feel like, if I don't overly criticize myself, I will be doing something wrong. And that is not true. Like, you cannot wear a dress and say, oh, I don't look so good. You've already put down yourself. Like, your energy is going to be down. You're not going to feel good about yourself. Whatever it is you do afterwards, it's not going to make you feel good. So why would I be overly critical about myself? Let me do things. Let me feel. Let me try. Like, nobody is killing me. Like, nobody is after me. Why am I doing it to myself? It's just like you saying that I'm beating myself up because, I spilled the milk. The milk has already been spilled. I can't put it back. So at the end of the day, right, you cannot be overly critical of yourself. Like, you have to leave that in 2024. That is, lastly, I'm going to be talking about accepting the bare minimum from people. I know this is a very, hard one for a lot of people, because obviously you're like, oh, I don't want to demand too much, I don't want to be the demanding friend, I don't want to be the demanding lover, I don't want to be the demanding child. Girl, if you don't tell people how to treat you, they're going to treat you with the barest minimum. Like, if you don't show people that, no, I don't like to not be taken out on dates, how are they going to know that you like to be taken out on dates? Like, if you don't tell people that, oh, I don't like people talking over me, people are going to talk over you. So the barest minimum is not expressing yourself and saying, oh, that's just the way the person is. No, because everybody's relationship with another person is different based off of the vibe and the energy that you bring. So if you want someone to treat you better, you have to be able to speak up and also reciprocate. You cannot come with the barest minimum and expect the other person not to come with the barest minimum. Ladies and gentlemen, this has come to the end of the segment of things that we're living in 2024, because we're getting all the things that we want and all the things that we love in 2025. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, just leave a comment down below. Make sure to like the video and share with your friends, family, loved ones, everyone, and I hope to see you next time.